Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe online, cyber defense. Alright, listen up everyone. We're about to dive into something intriguing, but remember, this is not your typical guide. This is not a manual or a how-to guide. It's more of a narrative, a story with a purpose. What we did was part of a professional, authorized security test with permission from the top. It was all above board, with every step carefully planned and executed. Trying to get into a place you're not supposed to be is illegal. It's not just risky, it's against the law and can have serious consequences. Think of this as a cautionary tale to show you how these things happen. It's a glimpse into the world of security breaches and the human errors that often lead to them. The goal here is educational, to understand the tricks and learn how to protect yourself. We want to arm you with knowledge, not tools for mischief. The biggest security weakness isn't the locks or cameras. It's us, human nature. Our instincts to trust and assist can be our downfall. We're wired to trust and help, which can be exploited. It's a natural instinct that can be manipulated by those with ill intentions. This story is about exploiting that instinct for a good cause, to find and fix security cracks. We're here to highlight vulnerabilities, not to create them. We're the good guys, wearing the bad guys' hats for a day, all in the name of safety. It's a role reversal with a purpose, to make the world a safer place. So please learn from this, but don't try it yourself. It's a lesson in awareness, not an invitation to act. Now let's get to the fun part. How my mate Liam and I, armed with cheap lanyards and confidence, tried to walk into a room we had no business being in. It was an adventure, but one with a serious message. Our target was a modern office building, a fortress of glass and steel. Cameras perched on every corner, a security guard at the desk, and keycard-controlled gates. Our goal was a room on the 7th floor, the server room, critical to the company. We had to get past security, through gates, up the lift, and into the room. It was like trying to get backstage at a concert with a pub trivia night ticket. The atmosphere was professional, quiet, and a bit sterile. Everyone had a lanyard, their passport to this world. The building was efficient and serious, the perfect opponent for our experiment. Looking at it, Liam and I felt excitement and fear. Our success depended on acting, improvising, and convincing strangers we belonged. The fortress was waiting. It was time to see if we could find a crack in its walls. The show was about to begin. Social engineering is the art of manipulation, tricking people into giving access. Forget complicated code, the most powerful tool is the human mind. It's about understanding psychology, what makes people tick and want to help. A social engineer hacks you, not your computer. It's less about technology and more about theater. It works because it plays on our basic human instincts to trust. If someone looks like they belong, we usually don't question it. Classic tricks include creating urgency and appealing to authority. We plan to be the helpful IT guys, looking and acting the part. In a busy office, people focus on their jobs, not security. As long as we didn't give them a reason to be suspicious, they'd likely ignore or help us. Every good operation needs a plan, and ours was no different. We did our homework using publicly available information. We found photos of employee lanyards and ordered identical ones online. Our story was simple. IT contractors from Global Tech Solutions for a network audit. We printed a fake work order on a clipboard to complete our look. We dressed business casual to blend in and planned our timing carefully. We rehearsed our story, quizzing each other on details. If asked for ID, we'd act flustered, saying, "Dave in head office was supposed to sort that out." This tactic makes it seem like an internal mix-up. We had our props, our story, and our strategy. We were as ready as we'd ever be. The stage was set for our first real interaction. The show was about to begin. The moment we stepped out of the taxi, the performance began. Every detail mattered. The way we carried ourselves, the way we looked at the building, even the way we adjusted our jackets. It was as if we were actors stepping onto a stage, and the city was our audience. We were Mark and Steve from Global Tech Solutions. Our names, our company, even our backstory had to be ready at a moment's notice. We rehearsed our cover story in the cab, making sure we could answer any question with confidence. The first rule of social engineering is to live the part. You can't just look the part. You have to believe it yourself. If you hesitate, even for a second, people will notice. We walked towards the building with purpose, chatting about a made-up technical issue. Our conversation was sprinkled with technical jargon, just enough to sound convincing to anyone who might overhear. Body language is everything. You have to broadcast the message, I belong here. Shoulders back, head up, moving with intent. People pick up on confidence, even subconsciously. We acted like we'd been there a dozen times before. No hesitation at the door, no glancing around nervously. Just another day at the office, or so it seemed. We walked straight towards the reception desk, giving a friendly nod to a passerby, a simple smile, a confident stride. These small gestures help you blend in. It's all about creating an illusion of familiarity. The more comfortable you appear, the less likely anyone is to question your presence. People are generally non-confrontational and want to avoid awkward situations. Most employees would rather look away than risk an uncomfortable conversation. By acting like we were supposed to be there, we made it socially difficult for anyone to challenge us. The fear of making a mistake or causing a scene works in our favor. Our confidence was our key card. It opened more doors than any piece of plastic ever could. We made sure our fake lanyards were visible, hanging around our necks. The right props can make all the difference. Most people only glance at a badge, never reading the fine print. If someone noticed the missing card, we'd say, "Blast, reception was supposed to have our passes ready." A little frustration, a little charm, and most people will just wave you through. We were no longer intruders. We were just two blokes trying to do our job. In the world of social engineering, perception is reality. And for now, we were exactly who we said we were. The receptionist was our first major obstacle, the ever-watchful gatekeeper standing between us and the rest of the building. Her desk was a fortress, surrounded by security monitors and a badge system that looked like it could spot a fake from a mile away. I gave her my biggest, friendliest smile, the kind you practice in the mirror before a big meeting. It was important to seem confident, but not suspicious. Just another face in a sea of visitors. "G'day, we're from Global Tech. Here for the network audit on the 7th floor," I announced, projecting the casual authority of someone who belonged. She glanced at her computer, her brow furrowing as she scrolled through her list. For a moment, I could see her trying to match our story with the names on her screen. "I'm sorry, I don't have anything about an audit," she replied, her tone polite but firm, the first sign of resistance. I feigned mild frustration, letting out a small sigh. "Oh, classic Dave, no worries, he's probably swamped," I said, as if this sort of mix-up happened all the time. I could tell she was uncertain now, caught between following protocol and not wanting to make a fuss over what might be a simple oversight. After all, who wants to chase down a ghost employee? Liam jumped in smoothly. "If it's easier, could you let the IT manager on level 7 know we're here?" His tone was helpful, not demanding, making it seem like we were just trying to make her job easier. This subtle move showed we weren't in a rush and shifted the responsibility from her to someone else, lowering her guard just enough. It worked. She sighed, clearly relieved to pass the problem along. "I can't give you a pass without approval, but I can let you through the gates," she said, her finger hovering over the button. With a soft click, she pressed the button, and the glass security gate slid open with a quiet whoosh, granting us access to the inner sanctum. We thanked her profusely, making sure to sound genuinely appreciative, and walked through the gate without looking back, our hearts pounding with adrenaline. With nothing more than a smile, a bit of improvisation, and a manufactured inconvenience, we had just defeated the first line of defense. The front desk was behind us. We were in, and the real adventure was just beginning. Getting into the lift was easy. We tailgated an employee. The 7th floor was enemy territory. We started walking down the corridor, clipboard in hand, looking like we knew where we were going. We glanced at room numbers, muttering, "Should be down this way." We walked past employees, and not a single person looked up. Then a man with a coffee mug made eye contact. "Morning. You guys new here?" I replied, "Nah, just contractors from Global Tech. We're here for a network audit." The man, a senior manager, was disarmed by the friendly approach. "Ah, righto, the server room is just down there on the left." He had no reason to doubt us. We looked the part, sounded the part, and had a plausible reason for being there. He had not only failed to identify us as a threat, but had actively helped us find our target. We were now just one door away from our goal. We found the door just as the manager described. It had a keycard scanner next to the handle. We couldn't talk our way past a machine. We had one last trick wait for someone to open the door for us. We stood there, looking like we were supposed to be there. Liam checked network signals, while I made notes on my clipboard. We were creating a scene, waiting for our contact, Dave, to let us in. After about 5 minutes, an IT employee came walking down the corridor. I made eye contact. "Thank goodness, are you from IT? We've been waiting for Dave." The IT guy, busy and stressed, glanced at us and sighed. "Dave? I don't think we have a Dave here, never mind. You guys here for the audit?" "Yep, that's us," Liam chimed in. The IT guy swiped his card and the lock clicked open. We were inside the secure room, having hacked our way in using human nature. Standing inside that server room was a mix of triumph and responsibility. Our success was a clear demonstration of the company's vulnerability. The debrief with management was an eye-opener for them. They had spent a fortune on locks and cameras, but their biggest weakness was their people's trusting nature. The first rule is, it's okay to question people. Build a culture where challenging someone politely is seen as responsible. Always verify stories, especially if they involve urgency or bypassing procedures. Don't hold the door open for someone you don't know. Security is everyone's job. Create a human firewall. Educate staff about social engineering and common tricks. Our story proves that the strongest lock is useless if someone holds the door open for a stranger with a confident smile. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber defense.